Welcome inside the Athletic and Wellness Center. You're watching Colts Net Live. My name's Jack Middleton, sitting alongside Kira Ireson for this men's volleyball game between the visiting Fleming Phoenix and the Centennial Colts. The Colts coming off a 3-set victory over the Loyalist Lancers. Before I get started, I'm going to send it down to the game day announcer, Ryan Miller, for lineups. That was Ryan Miller, our game day announcer for the starting lineups. Once again, welcome inside the Athletic and Wellness Center. It's Jack Middleton and Kira Ireson on the call today. The Centennial Colts coming off a victory against the Loyalist Lancers, a 3-set victory for them. Fleming also coming off a victory against the Loyalist Lancers, a 5-set victory for them. Kira, what are the keys to victory for both teams?
Yeah, the key to victory is really just making sure the team is consistent and keeping on top of their game. We had an amazing performance last game here against Loyalist Lancers. The men won 3 straight sets. Some key performances were Righetto, where he had 8 kills, 2 service assists, and 2 service aces, as well as Leo Salazar with 11 kills, 5 service aces, 4 digs, and 4 block solos. So again, 2 highlighted key players on this team that you really have to watch out for. But again, a person that you have to watch out for on the Phoenix is going to be Sakharov with a dig set average of 2.46. So again, someone that you have to really watch out for on that defensive side. But again, looking for some great volleyball to hear today in Centennial at the Athletic Wellness Center.
The Colts are going to get the first serve in today's game. That's Michael Matsuto on the serve, and we're underway here at the Athletic and Wellness Center. The Phoenix make a good play. That's the set to Deschamps. His kill into the net as the Colts get the opening point of the game. The serve from Matsuto played well there by the Phoenix. The set, a 2, touch by the setter. That's number 13, Ben Perot. He gets the second touch kill there for the Phoenix as the Phoenix get their first point. crowd goes dead silent for some reason inside the Athletic and Wellness Center. Salazar with a great save there. The set over to Moser, his kill into the net as the Phoenix take their first lead.
Phoenix doing a really good job on the block, just under the Colts for that average. They average as a team 2.14 blocks per set compared to the Colts 2.31.
Perot on the serve, it's a good one. Played well by Salazar. That's into the middle to Seves, blocked again. Over to Moser, a block once again. The set to Matsuto, back over to Moser, off the block. It's tipped by the blocker of the Phoenix. A good rally there from the Phoenix and the Colts. You were just talking about the blocks for the Phoenix. That right there just matched their blocks per set with 2 blocks there in that rally alone. Leo Salazar on the serve. A good dig there. The set goes over to number 9, DeCoke. I believe that was a block by Nico. Moser finds the ground. A good block there by Moser.
Yes, Moser is really good on the defensive for the Colts. Averages about 0.42 blocks per set. Very consistent.
A powerful serve there by Salazar. Just a bit wide here on the replay. You see a great view of the serve by Salazar. Just misses by about 1.5 feet as the Phoenix take the point. On the serve for the Phoenix, that's number 2, Sam Deschênes. His serve finds the net, gives the point right back to the Colts, trading service errors. As Alexandros Seves has the serve for the Colts. The serve by Seves, played well there by Deschênes. The set goes over to Akers, dug out well by Salazar. Back another dig by Salazar. Matsuto, the set goes over to Moser, through the block of the Phoenix. A powerful kill by Nico Moser as the Colts take a 5-3 lead.
Yes, Moser is very consistent and really has that power. You know, last game he had a really good performance for the Colts against the Lancers.
The serve there by Seves. The set goes to the back. That's to DeCoke. A kill there just gets by Seves in the back. As the Phoenix take that point, it's a 5-4 game.
This is going to be Scott Morris on the line for the Phoenix.
The serve by Morris is flagged out. That was a tight call there on the line. I couldn't even tell myself if that hit the line. We'll see here on the replay. That's a tough angle from the back there to look. A good call there by Salazar as he lets that one go. The Colts get the point.
This is going to be Moser for the serve.
The serve by Moser, played well there by Deschênes. The set goes over to DeCoke, played well. Salazar jumps from the back. A crazy good block by Van Leeuwen as the Phoenix take that point. What a great block by the lone blocker there, Van Leeuwen on Salazar.
Yeah, it seems like Moser and Salazar, both really good offensive players, are having a little bit of difficulty with the Phoenix's blocks.
The serve there by DeCoke. The tip over by Alvarez, played well. It goes back to Deschênes. He rolls it over the block. Back to Alvarez, his tip, played out well. The 2 touch over the net, played well by Righetto as the Phoenix get the ball back. The delayed touch there by Van Leeuwen takes the point for the Phoenix, and they tie it back up at 6.
Phoenix really matching the energy here in the Athletic Wellness Center against the Colts.
This is DeCoke again on the serve. The serve finds Righetto. Matsuto, the set to Righetto. His first kill of the day is pulled out by Akers. The mentioned Akers on that kill blocked out. Another one to Righetto, blocked at the net by Perot. Perot on the set to the back line. That's Deschênes. Floats out just wide as the Colts take that point.
Looks like this is going to be Righetto at the line. Again, amazing performance. 2 service aces last game against the Lancers.
Righetto has been, in my opinion, one of the unsung heroes for this team. Of course, Salazar being one of the better players in the league. Righetto has helped out on that side as that one is just pushed out wide. I believe that was by Van Leeuwen up the middle. Just misses on that. Kills the Colts take another point. Served by Righetto, a good one off the net. Played well there. The set comes over to Akers. He plays as Orat saves it. Salazar plays it back. And a good save there by Salazar as Matsuto puts it back over. The set by Perot goes to Van Leeuwen down the middle. A good kill there by Van Leeuwen. And the Phoenix take that point. Nothing to say there. A great point by the Phoenix, but a great play on the defensive side by the Colts, especially Salazar, to keep the ball on their side of the net.
Yes, that athleticism, really getting that from the score table.
That serves. The set goes to Alvarez. It goes off the hand of the libero, Sarkol, as the Colts regain that point.
And that is exactly what we need, Jack. Having that energy, especially since Moser and Salazar has really been having a difficulty again with that block.
Served by Alvarez, a good one. Dug out by Sarkol. The set goes over to Deschênes. His kill gets through the block of Sevis and Matsuto. As the Phoenix take a point, we're going back and forth. It's 9-8. You know, we talked last game against the Lancers. It's been the struggle for the Colts. The block and the defensive side of the ball. Blocks and digs have been their problem. Offense have been their big play. As we see another mistake on the defensive side of the ball. That serve off the net. Sevis could not handle it. An ace for Van Leeuwen. That serve by Van Leeuwen, held by Salazar. The set goes back out to Salazar, blocked again. Salazar tries to keep it up, and he is unable to do so. The Phoenix take another lead. It's 10-9, and those blockers are really giving a struggle to the Colts hitters.
Yes, Jack, I would agree with you on that. You know, we're looking at this Fleming sheet right now, and the average height is about 6'2" to 6'3". So again, very tall players on this court. It's going to be hard for the Colts to combat that. That
serve by Van Leeuwen does hit the net. The Colts get the point back as we're knotted up at 10s again, and Matsuto goes to the line for the serve. That's serve by Matsuto. I don't have the call. The referee's pushed back the other way. That was a replay on the previous play as the Phoenix took that point. Our scoreboard is correct, unfortunately. The set to Salazar is powerful, finds the line past Sarkol, and it should be tied up at 11s now. I believe the scoreboard is incorrect as it just gets changed there. The 11-11.
At the line is going to be Leo Salazar. Great jump serve.
The serve by Salazar is handled very well by Sarkol. The block, partial block by Sevis. Set goes back to Salazar. He tries a roll shot, finds the net as the Phoenix take that point.
You know, Jack, we were talking about how the girls have a slow start to their games. Now we witness that in this game for the men.
The serve for the Phoenix, that's Sam Deschênes. His serve finds the net as Salazar's mistake comes back in Deschênes' serve as we go back knotted at 12s. That's Alexandro Sevis on the serve. His serve off the top of the net, handled well by Sarkol. That set goes back to DeCoke as the Phoenix get the ball back. That's Akers. He gets through the block. Matsuto with a good play. The set by Salazar, played over the net by Righetto. The ball hits the roof on the Phoenix side as the Colts get the point there. Again,
that was Sackrell that tried to dig that. You know, he's 5th overall, 86 digs to his name, unable to get that one.
Sevis' serve, miscommunication by the Phoenix off the hands of Tim Akers, as that's a service ace for Alexandro Sevis. A serve by Sevis, just a little bit off the bottom of the hand. It finds the net. As we continue to trade points, the Colts still lead it 14-13.
Looks like there's a substitution for the Phoenix. Exiting is going to be Morris, and entering is going to be Hunter Hoskins, number 11.
Hoskins going to head to the line for the serve. The lefty serve. Mishandled by Salazar, just kind of to the chest. A misplay by Salazar. An ace for Hoskins as the Phoenix tie it back up. That serve handled well by Righetto. Salazar on the set, finds Righetto over the block, off the hands of the aforementioned Hoskins. He misplays it into the net as the Colts get the point back.
Substitution again, so back in is going to be Morrison, exiting is going to be Hoskins, sorry.
This is Nico Moser on the serve. Moser's serve, just a roller. A good save there by Deschamps. The set goes over to DeCoke. It's going to get off the block, finds the ground as the Colts take a point and they go up by 2. That's set by Perot, just a little bit wide for DeCoke, unable to handle that. Puts it into the block. Served by Moser, another good one. Perot's set to Van Leeuwen. Played again. Van Leeuwen tries it again. Gets back over as he plays it to Perot. To the back line to Deschamps around the block. Played well by Moser. That's set by Matsuto. Over to Alvarez as Perot finds Deschamps. His hit played out well. Matsuto to Righetto across the net as the Phoenix set back up. That's played by Perot. Alvarez wins the battle as Phoenix get it back. Set by Sarkol. That's going to find DeCoke. Played out well by Orat. The set to Salazar. Powerful kill by Leo Salazar off the hands of Sam Deschamps as the Colts take a 3-point lead and a timeout for the Fleming Phoenix. Early on in the first set, the Colts lead it by a score of 17-14. We'll be back in 30 seconds time.
Welcome back to the Colts Athletic Center. Here today, it's going to be the Phoenix against the Colts. Right now, we're in the first set, 17-14. Phoenix coming off of the timeout after Leo Salazar ended a good rally. You know, the Phoenix were unable to combat that strong power of a service. So
thanks for bringing that back here. I was just jamming out to the music playing here in the Athletic Wellness Center. Great choices by our game day announcer Ryan Miller. We head back to the action. It's Nico Moser on the serve once again. That serve handled well by Sarkol. I say that too early. My angle, he plays that off the glass up at the gym here in the Athletic Wellness Center. An ace for Nico Moser. Colts go up by 4. Another good serve handled well by Deschamps. The set goes back to DeCoke. Played off the block by Righetto. Righetto touches the net as the Phoenix take that point.
This is going to be DeCock at the line for the service for the Phoenix.
That's served by DeCoke. Played off the hands of Moser. Matsuto can't handle it off the net as the Phoenix take another point. It's 18-16. That serve handled well by Salazar. Matsuto over to Righetto. to the left of the block. A great play there by Righetto. Good vision to get it to the right of the block of the Phoenix. As the Colts take another point, it's 19-16.
And that's what he is really good at, just looking to see where the opposing players are, aiming for that spot and finding the opening.
Righetto on the serve now. Mishandled by the back line of Sarkol and Deschen. An ace for Gianluca Righetto. That serve by Righetto. Played well. Perot to the back line to DeCoke. Off the net by the Phoenix. The Colts take another point. Fleming takes a timeout here at the Athletic Wellness Center. You're watching Colts Net Live. The Colts lead it by 5. We'll be back in 30 seconds time. Welcome back into this first set at the Athletic Wellness Center. It's a match between the Phoenix and the Colts. The Colts lead this first set by a score of 21-16. The Phoenix fans starting to grow down here to my right. They're making some noise as Righetto restarts this game. Oh, it finds the line. A good call there by the flagman. A great serve by Gianluca Righetto, his second ace so far. Couldn't tell on that replay. Matsuto's head was right in the way. We're going to call it an ace for Righetto. Another serve by Righetto. That one's going to find its way out of play as the Phoenix get the point back.
Looks like there's going to be a substitution here. Coming in for the Phoenix is number 10, Ben Wright. Looks to be exiting is going to be number... Oh, looks like they're actually going to call off the substitution. So at the line for the service is going to be number 5, Akers.
That was a good fake there by head coach Jordan Ross. Got me looking. As you said, Tim Akers on the serve for the Phoenix. Down by 5 currently. The serve played well. The set over to Salazar just to the right of the block. A little bit out of play by Salazar as the Phoenix take the point. Once again, I think you see there that challenge by the blocker, Salazar and Righetto, Moser, not able to find their way through that block so far.
Yes, Righetto has been doing a good job, though, on avoiding the block, something that Salazar almost tried to do.
As we say that, no blockers jump to Gianluca Righetto. A bad idea as Righetto powers that one through the Phoenix defense as the Colts push it to 23-18.
It's going to be Alvarez at the line for the Colts.
A serve by Alvarez is to the corner. Good communication by the Phoenix defense as that one floats out. They take a point.
Now there's a substitution for the Phoenix. So again, Ben Wright coming in. Exiting is going to be number 8, Justin Van Loot. So Ben Wright, number 10, is going to be at the line for the service.
A massive spinner from Wright. Played well by Salazar. The set goes back over to Salazar. Challenging is Perot off the hands of the block as the Colts get their 24th point. It's set point for the Colts. Substitution goes back out is Wright. Back into the game is Van Leeuwen as Matsuto gets the serve trying to end this first set. Serve by Matsuto, a good one off the net. Played well. Perot. Played over to Scott Morris. A lift called by the referee. Update, it wasn't a lift. The Colts blocker touched the net before the lift happened as the Phoenix take the point and stay alive.
It's going to be Barreau at the line.
Barreau's serve handled well by Orat. Played to Sevis off the block. Another one, Matsuto over to Salazar. Powerful through the block. Leo Salazar ends the first set for the Centennial Colts. They win the first set by a score of 25-20. You're watching Colts Net Live. We'll be back in 3 minutes' time. Welcome back inside the Athletic and Wellness Center. It's Jack Middleton here with Kira Ireson. Kira, that first set went pretty well for the Centennial Colts. They struggled a little bit getting through the block, but what did you see there in the first set?
You know what? What's playing right now is poison, and that's what they brought on the court. They were poison ivy against the Phoenix. Phoenix were unable to really combat that energy, but well, they were able to bring that defensive out. You know, Moser, Righetto, as well as Salazar for the Colts have been having a lot of difficulty surpassing that block despite how good they are attacking wise. Righetto was able to find a way to just surpass that block by getting it away from those blockers. So again, doing those and having that IQ for this second set is really what's going to push the edge for the Colts against the Phoenix.
Just before we get started here in the second set, wanted to mention a thank you to the 14U Titans team. The Valkyrie team was here in attendance to watch the women's team, maybe some possible future Colts in attendance. I see them leaving, so I just wanted to give a huge thanks to them for coming out and joining, watching the women's and part of the men's game here.
So second set is about to commence. Looks like Phoenix is going to have the first serve at the line is going to be Tim Akers.
The serve by Akers off the hands of Righetto. A free ball is going to be played by Matsuto. I lied, a little miscommunication. That's off the noggin of our game day announcer Ryan Miller down there at the scoreboard. Look at him yelling down there. He's blaming the scorer's table in front of him. He should have just watched the ball, I'm thinking. The Phoenix get the first point.
You know, Miller's easy to laugh that one off.
That set by Matsuto, powerful off the block, a good block there by Perot. The set by Perot goes over to Deschamps off the net, dug out well by Orat. The set by Salazar to the back, to Righetto, past Sarkol as Righetto gets the Colts their first point of the second set.
It's going to be Matsuto at the line. He's been having a good career so far, about 10.03 assists per set. First overall for the OCAA. A
good serve there by Matsuto, an ace for Michael Matsuto by the whole back row of the Phoenix. Just some miscommunication by Deschamps and Sarkol. as the Colts take a 2-1 lead.
Matsuto really struggled against the Lancers with his service, doing a really good job this game so far.
Another good serve there by Matsuto. The set goes to Van Leeuwen. The Colts take that point. Van Leeuwen was trying to get the tip on the block. No tip there by the Colts as the Colts take a 3-1 lead. Matsuto, a powerful serve by Matsuto. Finds the net. An out call by the flagman. An ace for Michael Matsuto. And a good start here for the Colts. Another great serve. Salazar wins the battle at the net. Set back up. No communication between Perot, Deschênes, and I believe that was DeCoke at the line. Nobody able to go and get that ball as Matsuto continues his run. It's 5-1. I don't know why we keep talking about how good people are on the serve. His next serve flies way too far. Finds the chair there on the left by our camera. That ends Matsuto's run.
You know, Jack, I think it's going to be an unspoken rule from now on to just not talk about the service.
I mean, I've heard it so many times in sports, hockey, baseball, whatever you want to call it. A great set there by Matsuto, played over by Alvarez. Deschênes, a good dig there by Orad. Over the net by the Phoenix. I'm kind of with the Colts player. It looks like he comes over the net on the second touch, which is not allowed. Our producer, Leo, says he agrees. But Phoenix take the point. Moser's kill just rolls off the top of his hand, floats out of bounds. The Phoenix battle their way back to 5-4. On the serve, that's Justin Van Leeuwen. His serve finds the net. The Colts get the point back to go back up by 2.
It's going to be Leo Salazar at the line. Talk of the town. Hitting percentage about .409. So again, third overall for that consistency.
Salazar on the serve. A good one at that. Played back over the line. A block at the net, but the Colts get the ball back. Matsuto finds Righetto. Off the hands. The block goes off the head, I believe, of Alvarez, then hits the outstick at the top of the net. As the Phoenix take the point. Producer Leo, not a fan so far.
Right here is going to be Ben Perot for the Phoenix.
Salazar to Matsuto, finds Alvarez as the Phoenix can't keep that ball up. The Colts get the point right back.
This is why Sackerall is 4th overall for Diggs first set. You saw the athleticism there, able to keep that one up.
A serve by Alvarez, floater, played well by the Phoenix. Perot the set, over to Deschênes. A block at the net by Gianluca Righetto as the Colts take a 3-point lead. I think the Colts were a little bit fortunate there on the block. I saw on the replay, Righetto and Sevis weren't connected on the block, but powered into the hands of Righetto for the point. Perot, his set, finds Morris at the net as the Phoenix take the point back.
Jack, we're always talking about the Colts' offensive performance, but their defensive performance, again, really lacks when it comes to terms of blocking and their awareness on the court.
The serve by Deschênes finds its way over to the set to Moser. Looks like a net violation called by the ground referee. See it on the replay there. You know what? I don't see it, but I'll take it. Colts take the point. Moser serve, a good one, played well by Deschênes. Perot, his set finds DeCoke, played back over by the Colts. Perot back to DeCoke. No blocker, a good dig there by Orad. The set finds Deschênes in the back, he rolls it over. Orad another dig. Matsuto set back to Moser through the block of the Phoenix. A great sequence for the Colts, and especially Zachary Orat, as the Colts take another point, take a 4-point lead.
Yes, Orat is an amazing libero for the Colts. Has about 1.93 digs per set.
On that play, the Colts touch the net on the block, I believe, as the Phoenix take the point. Looks like maybe Sevis on the net touch there. The serve goes to Scott Morris. Jim goes eerily quiet. I guess that works for Scott Morris. Into the net on the service. Colts get the serve back.
At the line is going to be Righetto, having an amazing performance so far this game. 2 service aces so far. We'll see if he'll make this one the third.
Served by Righetto, a good one. Played by Perot. His set to Van Leeuwen, just touched over the net. Matsuto sets Moser at the back, a block at the net by Tim Akers as the Phoenix take that point.
This is going to be DeCock at the line for the Phoenix.
That serve played back up to the net, tipped over the net by the Phoenix. It's out of play, though, as the Colts take that point, take a 4-point lead. The serve goes to Sevis. His serve finds the net for the Colts as the Phoenix take advantage of that service error. Serve for the Phoenix goes to Tim Akers. His serve played well by Righetto. The set goes to Salazar. It's out, though, just by the block. The Phoenix take that point, and we go to a 2-point game.
Right now at the line is going to be number 5, Tim Akers for the Phoenix.
Akers serve just off the top of the hand, but it works out. Matsuto set, finds Salazar again. Off the body of Sarkal. It'll work, though. Deschênes with the hit. It's tipped at the net, calls the flagman. The Phoenix take that point, and it's 12-11.
You know, I almost saw a repeat of what happened last game. Leo Salazar had a really strong hand against the Loyalist Lancers, hit the libero of Bro. So
the set goes back to Salazar. He says, give me that one more time. Off the body of Sarkol as the Colts take that point.
Matsuto is going to be at the line, having some amazing consistency so far this game.
Served by Matsuto, a good one. Sarkol with a good dig there. The set by Perot finds Deschênes off the block of Pablo Alvarez and out of play. So the Phoenix take that point.
Looks like there's going to be a substitution, so exiting is going to be number 8, Justin Van Leeuwen. Coming in now is going to be number 10 for the Phoenix, Ben Wright, now taking the service. And coming off the bench is going to be number 8, Van Leeuwen. Another substitution, so Ben Wright is out after that serve.
Serving for the Colts now, it's Leo Salazar. Salazar serve. Deschênes handles well. Perot's set, finds DeCote. Played well by Salazar. Matsuto over to Moser. Played well again by Akers. The set goes to Deschênes, blocked at the net. Deschênes keeps it up. Perot back to Deschênes, blocked again. Off the body of, I believe that was Deschênes again at the net. The Colts take that point. Served by Salazar. It's just a bit out. A good call there by the flagman down at the far side as the Phoenix take that point.
Right now at the line is going to be Ben Perot for the Phoenix.
Perot serve, a good play there by Salazar. Matsuto, the set to Righetto, off the hands of Deschamps, finds the net. A good play there by Leo Salazar. And a good kill by Gianluca Righetto as the Colts take a 3-point lead at 16-13. A serve by Alvarez finds the net. He struggled a little bit on that floater serve so far in the game, at least, as the Phoenix take that point.
At the line is going to be Sam
Deschamps, I'll help you out. Sam Deschamps. His serve is in on the line. A good call there again by the flagman down at that side as the Phoenix bring it within one.
Deschamps for the Phoenix has been having a lot of consistency so far this game. We've seen 2 kills so far by him, a lot of blocks.
Another good serve, handled well by Salazar. The set goes over to Sevis. The Phoenix set it back to DeCoke. That one's off the net as the Colts regain a 2-point lead. It's going to be Nico Moser on the serve for the Colts. Moser serve, played well there by the Phoenix. Perot, his set goes back over to Akers, a dig by Salazar. Matsuto set to Salazar, powerful through the block. Salazar showing off his strength, getting another point for the Colts.
At the line now for the service is going to be Moser.
His serve finds the net as well. The Colts struggling right now with their service game. They still lead by 2, a substitution for the Phoenix.
Looks like coming in is going to be number 11, Hunter Hoskins. Exiting is going to be 7, Scott Morris. Also, Hoskins is now going to be taking the service for the Phoenix.
The serve by Hoskins. Played well there by Righetto. Matsuto with a good attempt as the Phoenix get the ace there. Another good serve by Hoskins. Matsuto the set, finds Sevis. No tip at the net as the Phoenix take the point. We're tied back up. It's 18-18. Serve by Hoskins, played well by Orat. The set goes to Sevis, just a tap over the net. Set by Perot, goes over to Akers. It's out, but the Colts touched the net. I believe was the call there. The Colts touched the net on the block as the Phoenix take the point. They lead by a score of 19-18. A timeout called by Coach Clay. As you're watching Colts Net live, we'll be back in 30 seconds time.
Your energy is sapping our energy right now. You're flat. Wake up. Body language is shit. We're staring at the ground. Like, what are we doing right now? Playing like we're losing. And now we are. It's all mental. Everything is mental right now. You guys don't want to play? I will find a lineup that will. Show me something. Let's go.
And that's exactly what the ref did. Blew the whistle after Coach Clay Couchman called a timeout for the Centennial Colts. Right now, Colts are down 18-19 to the Phoenix here in the second set. at the service is going to be Hunter Hoskins, number 11 for the Phoenix.
Looks like on that timeout, Coach Clay Couchman was laying into his team. I believe I read his lips saying, "Wake up." I don't know if I can say there was profanity in it or not, as that one's blocked at the line. Through the hands of Perot, as the Phoenix are unable to get the ball back over the net. So the Colts take the first point out of the timeout. It's 19-19.
Substitution for the Phoenix. So again, coming out is going to be Hoskins. Entering seems to be number 13, Ben Perot.
I'm gonna challenge you on that. That was number 7, Scott Morris, coming in, but then he came out for the libero. Perot set, finds Van Leeuwen a touch over. Orat with the dig. Righetto just plays the ball back over. Perot sets again to the back to Deschamps. Off the net. As the Colts take a point, they take a lead. It's 2019.
I missed that year, 2019.
It was a good year for it, wasn't it?
Yeah, good music, good vibes before COVID. 2019.
Fair
right
enough.
near at the line is going to be Righetto.
His serve, a good one off the net, played well by Akers. The set goes to the back line to Deschamps. Rolls it over as Righetto picks it up. The set goes to Salazar, through the block, finds the back line as the Colts take a 2-point lead.
Again, that ball was going at the speed of light right now. Looks like the Phoenix called a timeout. We'll be right back after this break.
We welcome you back inside the Athletic and Wellness Center. I'm Jack Middleton alongside Kira Iverson. We're in the second set between the Colts and the Phoenix. The Colts lead the game 1-0, and this set by a score of 21-19. Gianluca Righetto on the serve for the Colts.
You know, Jack, I kind of missed that intermission music. Was hoping to jam for that little break.
Served by Righetto, set by Perot. Played over the net by Deschamps. Matsuto, his set to Salazar. Off the block, back off of Salazar's arm as he's falling. I'm not entirely sure he meant to do it. Doesn't matter as the Phoenix take the point. We go to 21-20.
Again, we're talking about that defensive side for the Phoenix. Looks to be something that the Colts are struggling to deal with and find a solution to pass by.
The serve by DeCote, played well by the Colts. The set goes to Righetto, played out by Deschamps. The set over to Akers, through the hands of Salazar as the Phoenix tie it up.
Even though the Phoenix is 8th and the Colts are 5th, looks that this game is very close, Jack. You know, what's on paper is not what it seems when it's on court.
DeCote serve, played to Salazar. Back over the net, powered through the block by Justin Van Leeuwen as the Phoenix take a lead.
The clock at the line.
Served by DeCote, played well by Salazar. Salazar wants that ball. Sarkal can't get that ball back into play. A good kill there by Salazar, regaining the point, tying this game back up at 22.
Salazar taking all that frustration out on the ball there. You know, he's been having a bit of difficulty again with the defensive side of the Phoenix.
Sevis, the serve for the Colts, played well by Deschamps. Perot, his set to DeCote. Just a miss hit there by DeCote. The Colts take advantage. It's 23-22.
Here at the line is going to be number 7, Sevis.
Sevis serve, played well by Deschamps again. The set to Van Leeuwen off the hand of Matsuto as the Phoenix tie it back up.
At the line for the Phoenix is going to be number 5, Tim Akers.
Akers on the serve. Orat picks it up to Matsuto. Orat plays it back over, free ball for the Phoenix. The set goes across to Deschênes. A great block there by Matsuto. And Alvarez as the Colts push it to 24-23, set point Colts.
Matsu has been really doing a good job on this jump serve, so I'm just going to keep my mouth shut here.
Matsuto serve is a roller. It's out. A good call there by the flagman. A great communication by the Phoenix. As we go into some extra points, it's tied at 24.
24 all with number 8, Justin Van Leeuwen, at the line for the Phoenix.
Of course, win by 2 now. 24-24 as the Phoenix have the serve. We said it's Van Leeuwen on the serve. Righetto plays to Matsuto, over to Moser. Off the block, played back up by Orat. The set goes over to Salazar, off the hand of the block, but Deschênes touches the net on the block as the Colts take the point. We go 25-24, set point Colts.
And right now, the anchor of the Colts, talk of the town, Leo Salazar, taking the service.
The serve by Salazar, played into the middle, over the net. Back to Righetto, off the hands of Sarkal. The Phoenix can't chase it down. The Colts stave off some crazy pressure by the Phoenix. They win set number 2 by a score of 26-24. The Colts lead 2-0. We head to a break. We'll be back in 3 minutes' time here on ColtsNet Live. Welcome back to the Athletic and Wellness Center. The Colts currently lead the Fleming Phoenix by a score of 2-0. Kira, that second set was tightly contested. The Phoenix battled back. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, you know, the Colts had a really big struggle with the defensive. I know we have been talking about this the whole game, but even though what's said on paper isn't what's said on the court, some amazing performances from the Lancers side, especially number 2, Sam Duches. Again, amazing performances there. Leo Salazar able to really kill that one off, though, in that final play. Again, we'll see what they have to offer in this final set and whether we'll make it a 3-0 or if we have to go to a 4th one.
Hey, you know, the Colts still struggling to get through the block of the Phoenix. Fleming, I mean, coming into the game with not that high of a blocks per set. I believe it was 2.14 blocks per set. they've come out and blown that one out of the water so far heading into the third set. We'll see if that continues for the Phoenix. Colts are going to get the first serve here in the third set. It'll be Michael Matsuto on the serve. Served by Matsuto. Played back up, Deschênes. Salazar kills it, but Deschênes keeps it back up. The set by Matsuto to Righetto off the fingertips of Righetto as the Phoenix take the first point in the third set.
Leo Salazar, a little cheeky there. Thought he was getting that kill, but Phoenix were able to combat that.
It'll be Scott Morris on the serve for the Phoenix. The serve just floated over. Orak controls to Matsuto. That finds Seves off the block. A good play by Deschênes to keep that up. Akers with the kill over the net. A miss hit, but a good play by Moser. The back set to Righetto as the blockers touched the net one more time. I believe on the way down is what he's calling the touch as the Colts get their first point. Salazar on the serve. A power grunt by Salazar, played well by Sarkol. The set goes to Seves, blocked at the net. Perot the set, goes to Van Leeuwen, through the hands of the block. I'm seeing something going on for the Phoenix. Whenever they need a big point, they go to the middle to Van Leeuwen.
Van Leeuwen really having that power for the team. He has a hitting average of about 0.174. So again, very strong.
A good play there by Sarkol to keep it up. The set from Akers goes across by Deschênes. A free ball for the Colts. Matsuto, the set to Salazar. Off the net, Salazar could not get that ball out. And the worst for the Colts happening, Salazar is rolling around in pain. We're going to take a quick break and we'll be back. Welcome back inside the Athletic and Wellness Center. Leo Salazar is up. I believe he's getting some help off the court for the Colts. It's not a good sign, as Salazar cannot put any weight on that left leg. We'll get more information for you when we can. It's a tough loss for the Colts, Kira. Salazar, of course, one of the better players in the league. Now the Colts kind of have to rally around that, as coming in to the game for the Colts is going to be Marcus Guerra.
Yeah, Jack, we know that Salazar is a staple for the Colts. We already have a major staple for the Colts currently out on concussion protocol. That's going to be Pedro Casliato, the captain of the Colts men's volleyball team. So again, with the captain out and now one of the star key players, this is where you really have to dig in and really become one with your team, making sure that you guys are all on the same page regarding your plays, who's where, what's going on, and how you'll be able to keep intact with this game, especially since it's been a close game from the beginning with Salazar in it. So without him in it, we'll see how that is going to change for the Colts.
As I mentioned, Mark Escuera into the game for the Colts. The Colts fans trying to rile up the Colts team after a huge blow to their best player, Leo Salazar. Of course, as we get more information, we will let you know. We continue back in this third set. The Phoenix currently lead by a score of 3-1. The Phoenix have the serve. That's going to be number 9, Calvin DeCoke, on the serve. We're going to get restarted. Served by DeCoke, off the net, played well by Righetto. Matsuto, his set over to Moser, off the hands of the block, played well by Sarkol. The set goes back to Deschênes and a free ball for the Colts. Matsuto, the set, finds Righetto, blocked again at the net, played well by Deschênes. Perot's set to the back as the Colts get a free ball. Escuera to Matsuto, to the back to Moser, off the hands of the block, past the diving DeCoke as the Colts get a point. It's 3-2.
This is going to be Sevis at the line for the Colts.
Sevis serve into the net, a service error from Sevis as the Phoenix take that point.
Looks like at the line is going to be number 5, Tim Akers.
The serve by Akers, played well by the Colts. Matsuto, his set to Alvarez, back across for the Colts. Escuera plays it back over. Perot, he plays it up. Escuera, off of the body. A great play by the Phoenix as the Colts get the ball back. Matsuto, his set to Righetto, a tip. Played well again by DeCoke. The set goes to Deschênes. A tip by Deschênes as the Phoenix take the point. They go up by 3.
Yes, it looks like that ball that the Colts really powered through ended up hitting Akers' chest, so kind of got winded there. But again, amazing rally and amazing point set by the Phoenix.
The Phoenix give it right back. Akers' serve finds the net as the Colts take that point, and it's 5-3. Served by Moser. Played over by Perot. At the net was Righetto. The Colts get a free ball. Orat set to Matsuto. Over to Righetto again. Played out by Sarkol. The set from Perot to Deschênes by the... It was just off the block of the Colts. They're saying a tip at the net by Moser as the Phoenix are going to take that point. You see here on the replay, and I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see it. Yeah, we're saying on a tip at the net. You can't see it on the replay. The Phoenix take the point. Set to Righetto. Off the block of Perot. A point for the Colts.
And that's what we need. You know, so far the Phoenix have been really able to keep that 2-point lead early in this set. Hopefully with Righetto at the line with this service, we'll be able to make some magic happen.
Righetto serve. Off by Sarkol, the 2-touch. Moser picks it up. Escuera to the net. Blocked as Escuera gets the ball back. Moser set over by Righetto. The set by Pro finds Deschênes. Over the block, but as they go up for the block, it looks like Alvarez touched the net on that block as the Phoenix take the point.
This is going to be Perot at the line for the Phoenix.
Served by Perot. is a good one, played well by Righetto. The set goes back to Righetto, past the block of the Phoenix. A kill for Gianluca Righetto as the Colts bring it back within 2.
At the line is going to be Alvarez.
Alvarez serve, a floater picked up by Sarkol. Perot is set to Deschênes off the hands of the block by Esquera, and the Phoenix take the point back. This is Sam Deschênes on the serve. His serve off the side of the hand. You see their setter, Ben Perot, waving that one goodbye. The Colts take the point.
At the line is going to be Matsuto looking to close this gap.
Matsuto serves through the hands of Deschênes, put up by Morris. It's a lift, I believe, called as the Colts take the point back within 1. Served by Matsuto. Picked up by Sarkol. The set by Perot. Touched over the net by Morris as the Colts get the ball back. Righetto the set to Esquera. Played back over. Matsuto the set again. No communication between Righetto and Moser. The Colts make an error. The Phoenix take the point. It's a 2-point lead.
Looks like a substitution for the Phoenix as well. So exiting is going to be Scott Morris. Coming in now serving. Looks to be number 11, Hunter Hoskins.
Hoskins the serve, played by Orat. Matsuto the set to Moser. He plays it over as Hoskins plays to Perot. To the back to Deschênes. A great kill there by Sam Deschênes as the Phoenix extend their lead to 3. And the Colts are going to take a timeout. An early 10-7 lead for the Phoenix here in the 3rd set. You're watching Colts Net Live. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Welcome back to Colts Net Live here at the Wellness Center. Currently, Colts are down by 3, 7-10 for the Phoenix. At the line is going to be number 11, Hunter Hoskins with the serve.
Played well by Righetto, over to Moser. His kill played dug out well by Deschênes. The set goes over to Akers. A good play there by Orat to keep it up. The set goes back to Moser, and he fires it out over the block of the Phoenix as they extend their lead. It's a 4-point lead.
You can see how Salazar really had an impact for the Colts. Had an injury here in the second period. We're seeing how that impacts the team.
The set goes over to Moser. His hit again out. A little frustration coming out by Moser. He can't get all of his kills currently. And the Phoenix take another point. Served by Hoskins back to Orat. Off the hands of Orat. That's an ace for Hunter Hoskins. And the Phoenix extend their lead. Serve by Hoskins. Over the net. Another ace for Hunter Hoskins. Unable to receive that serve was Righetto. As they've doubled up the Colts, it's 14-7. Serve again to Righetto. Matsuto the set, over to Moser. Off the tip of the block and in on the line anyways. The Colts get the point. Stop that service run from Hoskins.
Looks like a substitution, so coming back in is going to be Morris. Exiting is going to be Hoskins. At the line for the service for the Colts is going to be number 2, Mark Esguerra.
Good serve by Esguerra. Perot to Van Leeuwen. A good save there by Orat. Esguerra the set to Righetto. He soars that past everybody and out of play as the Phoenix extend their lead.
And Deschennes kind of waves that one goodbye there. Right now at the line is going to be DeCock for the Phoenix.
The serve to Righetto again. Played to a good set by Matsuto. Sevis powers it through the block as the Colts take that point.
At the line for the serve is going to be Sevis right now. Very consistent with his serve so far this game.
Sevis' serve, a floater. Floats a little bit too far. A service error from Sevis as the Phoenix take the point back. The Colts so far look a little bit defeated after that injury to Salazar.
At the service is going to be number 5, Akers.
Miscommunication between Orat and Esguerra. Another ace for the Phoenix. That one to Akers as they extended it 17-9. A timeout called by Coach Clay Couchman. The Phoenix lead the third set by a score of 17-9. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Welcome back to the Colts Athletics. Here right now, it's 17-9 for the Phoenix. Colts had an injury in the second set. Leo Salazar looked to have injured something on his right leg. We're unsure of that. Again, it looks like the Colts are looking a little defeated right now on the court. We'll see how they'll be able to combat that injury and stay together.
Akers on the serve, played by Esguerra. Matsuto, his set goes to Alvarez. A tip by Perot. He can't get it by the block of Alvarez, and the Colts take the point.
And Jack, it's all about a mindset thing. You know, your captain is currently out due to concussion protocol, and now your best player is currently injured. That's when you really have to dig deep and be that for the team, and that's what number 1, Righetto is able to do there.
A 6-point lead for the Phoenix as Moser's got the serve for the Colts. Served by Moser, played well by Akers. Back over the net to the Colts. Matsuto set to Moser off the block, played by Akers. Perot set, finds Deschennes. Off the block, finds the ground as the Colts take another point. They're down by 5.
And as I say that, this is where you really start to see the Colts shine.
Moser serve, played by Deschennes. The set goes back to Deschennes. The tip, Righetto plays it well. Matsuto over to Righetto. Off the tip as Sarkal makes the play. Perot, the set to Deschennes. Looks like a touch, I believe, on the block by the Colts. Ball goes out of play as the Phoenix take the point.
Right now at the line for the Phoenix is going to be Van Leeuwen. Again, something that Jack pointed out is the anchor for when the Phoenix need the point the most.
The set goes over to Righetto off the block. That one's kept up by Perot and Deschênes. Rolls it over. Good play by Moser. The set goes over to Righetto. Off the outstick on the net. On the kill there by Righetto. The Phoenix take the point. It's 19-12. The serve there, played well by Righetto. The set comes back to Righetto off the tip of the block. Perot set, goes to DeCote, played well by Moser. Matsuto resets it to Righetto, past the block, and by the diving Van Leeuwen as Righetto gets the kill, and the Colts the point. Righetto serve, played by Akers. Perot on the set, finds DeCote in the back line. Orat to Matsuto, the quick play to Alvarez. Down the middle, through the block of Morris and Deschênes. The Colts get another point.
Yeah, it looks like Morris was kind of looking around for that ball, seeing where it went. Again, this is going to be Righetto for the serve.
Righetto serve, finds the net. A service error for Righetto. The Phoenix get their 20th point. This is Ben Perot on the serve. His serve is short, finds the net. It's the Colts and the Phoenix trade service errors. And it's a point for the Colts. This is Alvarez on the serve for the Colts. A 5-point lead for the Phoenix. Alvarez's serve to Sarkal, played well to Perot. Over to Deschênes, a kill for Sam Deschênes as the Phoenix extend it to 21-15.
Looks like Couchman is getting a little frustrated with the Colts' performance so far. Right now, Colts seem to be down by 6.
Deschênes on the serve. Righetto plays it well. Matsuto set to Righetto. Over the block, but played well by Deschênes. Perot set way behind DeCote. A misplay by Perot. The Colts will take it. And the score goes to 21-16.
This is going to be Matsuto on the serve for the Colts.
Matsuto's serve is a point for the Phoenix. A tough angle here, our replay on the wrong side of the court, so we can't get a good look at it. A point for the Phoenix. This is Scott Morris on the serve for the Phoenix. His serve played well by Orat. Matsuto over to Moser. Off the block. Stays on the side of the Phoenix as the Colts get the point. They're down by 5.
Right now, this is going to be Escura at the line for the Colts.
His serve floats just past the outline for Escura. The Phoenix get the point. It's 23-17.
Phoenix really doing a good job on reading those service plays. Keeping an eye out for the line.
This is Calvin DeCote on the serve for the Phoenix. A serve to Esquera off the body, but played well. The set goes to Moser. The block at the net by Van Leeuwen. Can't find the ball after the tip as the Colts take the point.
Right now it's 18-23. Sevis at the line for the serve.
Sevis with the floater. Deschênes plays it to Perot, to Van Leeuwen, off of the net. Alvarez keeps it up to Moser, the set. A good kill there by Nico Moser. The Colts attempt to get back into the game. It's 23-19. The serve by Sevis, played by Sarkol. The set comes over here to Akers off the block of Moser and Alvarez as the Phoenix get the point, and it's set point Phoenix.
Jack, I'm getting a little nervous here. Not looking too bright for the Colts right now. On the ground tying their shoes is Akers.
Set point for the Phoenix. As I said, Akers on the serve. His serve floats out. A great call there by Righetto. Letting that ball fly by him. The Colts stay alive. It's 24-20.
Moser at the line here. It's really all or nothing on this serve.
Moser's serve, a good one to Deschamps. Perot, his set goes to Van Leeuwen. He pounds it off the net. The Colts staying alive. It's 24-21.
Digging down deep, and this is where it counts. A lot of pressure on Moser.
Moser's serve again to Deschamps. Perot set to Van Leeuwen. He tips. It's out. On the tip from Van Leeuwen, the Colts get another point. We're within 2 as the Phoenix take a timeout. We're here in the third set. The Phoenix still lead by a score of 24-22. You're watching Colts Net Live. We'll be back in 30. We're back here in the third set between the Phoenix and the Colts. The Phoenix lead this third set by a score of 24-22. Moser on the serve for the Colts, looking to extend this set.
A lot of pressure on Moser right now, 22-24. Any mistakes will give the game point to the Phoenix heading into another set.
Moser's serve to Perot. Deschamps on the kill. That's off the block. It goes through the basket above the Colts bench. The Fleming take the point and set number 3 by a score of 25-22. We head to the fourth set with the Colt leading 2-1. You're watching Colts Net Live. We'll be back in 3 minutes' time. Welcome back to the Athletic and Wellness Center. We head to the fourth set between the Fleming Phoenix and the Centennial Colts. The Colts lead by a score of 2-1. Just got word from the athletic department. Leo Salazar is doubtful to return. There's a chance he shouldn't return, though. I believe I saw crutches heading the way of the athletic therapy room. Just an update on him there. We head to the fourth set, though, where the Colts still have a chance to pull it a win for them.
Yes, we're seeing how Leo Salazar's injury really impacted the Colts there. Not a lot of energy in that third set from the Colts. It seemed as though the Phoenix really wanted it more than the Colts there. Colts really having a struggle right now, but on the court right now to be the libero seems to be Marcus Gura. A little change there from the Colts.
It looks like, that change to Esquera, making sure he can come in and out of the game, keeping Zach Orat on the floor at all times. The Phoenix get the first serve. That's Scott Morris on the serve, and we're underway in the fourth set. To Orat, Matsuto. The set goes to Moser. A great diving play there by Deschênes. Can't keep it up, though, for the Phoenix as the Colts take the first point.
Matsuto at the line here. Again, an amazing performance service-wise from him this game so far.
Matsuto serve to Deschênes. Played well. Perot, his set, is blocked at the net. Sarkol plays the free ball to Orat. Orat to Matsuto. Quickly to Sevis. Blocked at the net. Colts get the ball back. Orat set. Goes over to Moser. Off the block. Again, Colts. Matsuto to the far side to Righetto. Off the block. A great save there by Akers, and it's played over. Matsuto to Orat. The set goes back to Moser. Off the block. Out of play as the Colts get the point. It's 2-0.
Defensive plays made well by both of the teams there. You know, we saw an excellent block there earlier as well as a few from the Phoenix, but just amazing performance.
A serve by Matsuto off the net as the Phoenix get their first point on the service error by Matsuto.
Right now at the line for the Phoenix is going to be DeCock.
His serve, a floater to Moser. Matsuto, the set to Sevis. Over top and out of the reach of DeCock as Sevis gets the tip kill. And the Colts take a 3-1 lead.
Looks like the Colts are heading right back in that game and right back into that mindset. Righetto at the line.
Righetto with a good serve, played by Deschênes. Over to Akers, off the body of Esqueras. Moser plays the tip. The set by Pro to the back line to Deschênes. Off the net as the Colts get their fourth point. It's a 4-1 lead.
And you see how the guys on the court are starting to get pumped up. Even though there's an absence of Leo Salazar, it doesn't seem to bug them right now as they know this is what counts.
Righetto serve off the net. An error for Righetto as the Phoenix cut it to a 2-point lead for the Colts.
At the line for the Phoenix is going to be number 5, Tim Akers.
A serve, Esquera to Moser. He tips it over as a free ball for the Phoenix. Set goes to Deschênes, a tip. A good play there by Orat. Matsuto, the set, goes to the back line to Righetto. Off the tip of the block. The set by Sarkol, played over by Perot. Free ball for the Colts. Matsuto, the set, the tip by Sevis. A great play there by Sarkol to keep it up. Another free ball for the Colts. Righetto, Matsuto to Sevis off the block once more. The set by Perot finds Deschênes. Tipped at the net. Played up again by Sarkol. It's out by Sarkol. A great rally there by both teams, but the Colts take the point.
Yep, and if you saw that little victory there on the replay, looks like Orat kind of waved that ball goodbye. Right now, Colts are up by 3, 5-2 in the fourth set.
The serve is Alexandro Sevis, a good serve. Sarkol, his set goes to Deschen through the block of Moser and Alvarez. And Deschen powering himself and the Phoenix so far in this fourth set.
At the line is going to be number 8, Justin Van Leeuwen for the Phoenix.
Van Leeuwen serve, a good one. Orad digs it out. Matsuto to Alvarez. A good play there by the Colts. The quick set to Alvarez, powered through the block of Scott Morris, and the Colts take the point.
It's going to be Moser taking the service now for the Colts.
Moser the serve to Akers. Perot to Deschen over the block of the Colts. Out of play, no touch at the net as the Colts take another point.
Looks to be that Seves is also at the AT, just getting checked out on his back.
A serve by Moser, played well. The tip goes to Morris as Esquera keeps it up. Matsuto to Alvarez, another tip, kept up. Perot on the second touch with the kill through the block, and the Phoenix take that point at 7-4 Colts.
This is going to be number 13, Ben Perot, taking the service for the for the Phoenix.
Perot's serve floats just out wide as the Colts take an 8-4 lead.
So it looks like another update from the Athletic Wellness Center regarding Leo Salazar. Looks to be that it is more than likely not returning to the game. Just some overhearing from the AT department. Doesn't look good.
That serve by the Colts hit the net, so point for the Phoenix. Sam Deschen gets the serve for Fleming. His serve finds the net. A good save there by Righetto. The Phoenix get the ball back. Perot finds DeCoke. A touch at the net by the Colts. Righetto does not know who touched the net. I believe he signals it was Alvarez on the touch. As the Phoenix get another point, it's 8-6. A serve by Deschen, handled well by Esquera. A two-tap, a great play there by Michael Matsuto. You don't see that often from Matsuto, but a great dump off there as the Colts get the point.
It's going to be Alvarez at the line taking the service.
Alvarez's serve, played by Akers. Perot to Morris. Off of Righetto's arm, a diving play by Alvarez. Can't get to the ball as the Phoenix take the point.
Looks like there's a substitution for the Phoenix. Coming in is going to be number 11, Hunter Hoskins. Didn't catch who was exiting.
Looks like it was number 7, Scott Morris, on the exit, as Hoskins has the serve. Hoskins serve, Esquera plays. Matsuto the set to Righetto off the tip. Akers. And a great play there by Deschen to get the ball over. Matsuto set, finds Righetto again off the tip of the block. Another great play by the Phoenix. And played over the net by DeCoke. Matsuto the set to Seves. A tip played up by Akers. That set goes back to Deschen. Orat with a great dig. Matsuto set finds Moser. Out on Nico Moser as the Phoenix take the point and cut it to a 1-point lead.
Colts had a 4-point lead earlier in this set. Looks to be that the Phoenix are now starting to really close that gap. At the line now is going to be Hoskins.
Hoskins serve. Miscommunication between Orat and Righetto. An ace for Hunter Hoskins. And the Phoenix tie it up at 9.
And this is where you really have to make sure to keep that consistency, Jack, especially within this fourth set.
Hoskins serve, finds Orat. A kill there by Alexandro Seves as the Colts retake the lead.
Substitution again, so Morris is entering and Hoskins is going to be exiting.
Matsuto on the serve for the Colts. His serve finds the net, an error by Matsuto. Something that can't happen here in the fourth set for the Colts. Errors aren't going to get you points, and it's just going to let the Phoenix back into the game as the Phoenix tied up at 10.
Exactly, Jack. Errors as well as miscommunication and technical difficulties is what's really going to make a difference. As I say that, looks like another service error by number 9, the Cock.
Yes, Calvin DeCoke with the error there on the serve as the Colts regain the lead. This is Gianluca Righetto on the serve. His serve played well by Deschamps. Perot. That was tipped over. It looked like a lift. Doesn't matter as Moser kills that down. Deschamps with the dig. DeCoke tries the kill. Just a bit too far out, says the flagman. And the Colts take a 2-point lead. Righetto again on the serve, off the side of the hand. Another service error from Gianluca Righetto. And the Phoenix will take that point. This is Tim Akers on the serve. Escura handles it. Matsuto to Orat, off the out stick from Orat. You don't see him kill a whole lot. He's normally the libero. That just finds the out stick out there on the net as the Phoenix tie it back up at 12. Served there by Akers. Matsuto the set to Moser. Blocked at the net, but it is out on the block. The Colts take the point. This is Alexandro Sevis on the serve. His serve finds the back line, an ace for Alexandro Sevis. Something the Colts need a lot more of, a good serve. And the Colts take a 2-point lead.
All smiles from Sevis right now.
Something the Colts need, I think. Play a little bit looser. Play with some fun. Maybe it'll turn out. That set goes to Deschamps. A block at the net by Alvarez and Moser as the Colts take a 3-point lead.
Making sure to keep this run on the road. It looks like Moser was just bringing the guys in to tell them to calm down and keep playing their game.
Sevis serve, played by Sarkal. That set goes to Deschamps, played by the Colts. A block at the net, a good save there by Sevis. Moser, the set. Orat plays it across for a free ball. Perot tries the two-touch, a great block at the net. As the Phoenix get the ball back, played back over by Van Leeuwen. Matsuto the set to Alvarez. A great kill there by Pablo Alvarez as the Colts take a 4-point lead and the Phoenix are going to take their timeout. Here in the fourth set, the Colts lead it by a score of 16-12. We're going to head to a quick break here on ColtsNet Live.
Welcome back to Colts Athletics. Right now, Colts lead by 4, 16-12 here in the fourth set, 2-1 for the Colts. Jack, how do you feel about the performance so far, especially with an injury by the Colts right now? We have Leo Salazar, one of the star players, out. How do you feel?
This fourth set has been a lot better for the Colts. That third set was kind of a low energy set for the Colts after that injury to Salazar. They've come back and attacked a little bit more here, and hopefully they continue that. in the fourth set. The serve by Sevis, as I say that, is an ace for Alexandro Sevis as the Colts take a 5-point lead. Miscommunication on that back line by the Phoenix. Sevis heads back for the serve. Another good serve by Sevis, played by Sarkol. Out wide to Deschamps, off the block of Alvarez. Moser tries to keep it up. Unable to do so as the Phoenix cut off that run by Sevis. And it's a 4-point lead for the Colts.
Yep, Jack Ray at the line is going to be Justin Van Louis, the star player for the Phoenix so far.
Good serve there, Orat. Plays it well. The set goes to Orat. Off the head of the blockers. Orat taps the head on the block there. You see from Orat. Off of both heads. That was off of Morris and Perot. A little bit of fun from Orat on that celebration. The Colts have a 5-point lead. Moser serve to Sarkol. Perot dumps it. Righetto keeps it. Matsuto the set to Moser. The tip is, I believe, blocked at the net. Moser tries to get that ball back up. Cannot. And the Phoenix retake the point.
We see Pedro Casliato, the captain for the Colts, just looking at Moser, just telling him to keep that energy up and to almost flush that mistake.
A serve by Perot, handled by Esguerra. Matsuto dumps it over. Sarkol reads it well. Perot set over to Deschamps. Another block. Perot set, comes back over to, that's to DeCoke. No touch, says the ref at the net. The Colts take the point. Take a look at the replay. There was no touch at the net by Orat and Alvarez. The Colts take the point, a 5-point lead.
Right now, this is going to be Orat at the line.
Orat's serve is a good one. Perot, the tip over to Morris. Esguerra keeps it up. Matsuto set, finds Righetto off the tip of the block. The Colts get the point. It's a 20-14 lead.
6 points ahead. It looks like the Phoenix are going to call a timeout. Just a little frustrated on that, especially winning that third set by a landslide. So we'll see what happens. 50 seconds time, sorry. We'll be back after this break.
We welcome you back into the Athletic and Wellness Center. The Colts lead the fourth set by a score of 20-14. Zachary Orat's going to head back to the line. Kira, so far this fourth set has been amazing. What are your thoughts on how the Colts have played so far?
Yes, amazing performances by Esguerra as well as Orat. Some good defensive by Alvarez. As I say that, Esguerra has a nice dig there. Again, some really good performances, especially since major injuries.
That ball set by Perot. Off the body, Matsuto keeps it in. They call that a lift on the set by Matsuto. An incredible play to keep that in by Matsuto. But a lift called in the Phoenix take the point. It's 20-15. Deschamps serve. Played well by Orat. Back. Matsuto on the tip. Played up by Moser. It's going to be a free ball for the Phoenix. That's Sarkol to Perot. The set. Over to Akers. A great save by Orat. Unable to reach the ball is Nico Moser. And the Phoenix come out of the timeout hot as they cut it to a 4-point lead.
Nice play of words there, Jack. They are coming out with that heat. Right now at the line is going to be Sam Duchen's, again, an amazing star for the Phoenix.
His serve, Matsuto loses the battle at the net. Esquera can't reach it as the Phoenix take another point. Wish we got that on camera. I believe a Fleming fan called Esquera safe on the slide for his attempt on the dive. A little bit of play there between fan and athlete as Righetto's attempt is blocked. Orat plays it back to Righetto. He wins the battle, pushes it back to the Phoenix. Perot's set is played by Moser. Righetto back on the tip. It looks like the flagman waved that out. No look by the judge. Matsuto wins that battle, pushed back over by Morris. Orat to Matsuto, he dumps it over. A good play by Sarkal. Perot's set goes to Deschênes, he rolls it. Moser to Matsuto, his set goes to Righetto, off the block. We go again, Perot, his set back to Deschênes, off the block of the Colts. The Phoenix are fired up, it's 20-18.
Really good rally and really good athleticism from both teams. But it looks like, again, the Phoenix are wanting it more after the timeout. Looks like Clay Couchman, the coach of the Colts, are kind of timeout for the Colts, trying to bring them in. 5 points till set point. So, again, trying to really compose the team. We'll be back in 45 seconds' time.
Welcome back inside the Athletic and Wellness Center. Colts net live. The Colts still lead it by a score of 20-18. The Phoenix have the serve. That's Sam Deschênes on the serve. Esquera handles it well. Matsuto the set over to Moser. Perot handles it. Sarkal the set. As Akers is going to have to play it over. Alvarez to Matsuto. He tries to power that through on the kill. Akers says no. As the Phoenix take that point, it's 20-19.
Colts had a bit of a lead before the timeout that was called by the Phoenix. I don't know what was said by the coach, but something's running through their veins.
Deschênes serve held well. Alvarez on the kill. Sarkal keeps it up. A good play by Deschênes. He looks injured, though, as Righetto is going to roll it over. Akers makes the play. Perot, Deschênes can't make the play. Moser the set. Matsuto to Righetto. Off the hands of Perot, the Colts get the point. It's 21-19. On that play, as you can see, we're on the replay, though. Deschênes is holding his lower back. He does not look very good in that huddle from the Phoenix. Now, you still see him pointing there on the view. He does not look good holding his lower back. The Phoenix keep him in as Pablo Alvarez is on the serve. Alvarez's serve, a good one. Akers holds it. Perot, his set over to DeCoke, held by Moser. Matsuto, his set to Righetto. The tip, it's touched at the line. Sevis can't keep it up as the Phoenix take the point. It's 21-20. It'll be Scott Morris on the serve for the Phoenix. Orat to Matsuto. Matsuto the set to Righetto. A great kill by Gianluca Righetto as the Colts take the point back. It's 22-20.
Matsuto is going to be at the line, but again, Righetto, great play there. bringing the energy back for the Colts.
A serve by Matsuto to Van Leeuwen. Off the face of Mark Esquera. He looks to be all right. A good, powerful kill there by Justin Van Leeuwen as the Phoenix trade points with the Colts. It's 22-21.
Some good sportsmanship from the Phoenix there, just checking to see if Esquera is okay.
Matsuto set over to Righetto. He tips it. Sarkal tries to keep it up, and he is unable to do so. The Colts go back up by 2. It's 23-21. And it's going to be Gianluca Righetto on the serve for the Colts. His serve to Sarkal. Perot tries the dump. Blocked at the net by Zachary Orad, and he is fired up on the block for the Colts as the Colts push it to 24-21. It's match point Centennial. Serve by Righetto is a good one. Deschênes keeps it. Perot's set. Goes to Akers. Blocked at the net. Akers pushes it back over. A chance for the Colts. Righetto, his set, goes to Orad, just a roll over. Perot's set, goes to Deschênes. He powers it through. The Colts touch the net on the block. The Phoenix stay alive. It's 24-22.
Staying alive by the Bee Gees should be playing right now. This underdog team, you know, we were talking about at the start of the game that what it says on the paper is not what it says on the court. Even though the Phoenix are 8th compared to the Colts' 5th place, they are really keeping in to the
Moser's
game.
kill off the body of the libero Sarkal. The Colts are going to win the 4th set by a score of 25-22. The Colts win the game by a score of 3-1.
Yes, Jack, and that is what we call adversity. You know, we had a major injury in the 3rd set. Leo Salazar, not sure what was injured, but again, major injury there. We saw a downfall in the 3rd set. The Colts were unable to really combat that, had a lot of low heads, but really coming through within this 4th set, persevering. A lot of underdogs that you don't really see having a good performance really came through today in the short of Salazar's absence. So again, amazing way to end out the season so far before returning in January.
Yes, as you said, that's going to do it for the first semester of play for the winter sports. That's basketball and volleyball. The next game for both the women's and men's volleyball team comes on January 13th, where they will travel to Algonquin. The men play at 6. The women play at 8 o'clock. The next game back here for the volleyball team will be January 21st versus the Durham Lords at 1 and 3. The Fleming Phoenix move to a record of 3-8 on the year. The Colts push it to a record of 9-2. For everybody behind me and Kira Ireson, I'm Jack Middleton. Thank you for watching Colts Net Live, and have a good night.